Yeah. Yeah. Get you some of that. Get you some of that right there. I did not forget to turn on my microphone. What up? Gonna be a great show, guys. Can you imagine this? Like, how could this even be possible? Season 6, episode 66. And it sold out. For the first time ever, nWo sold out. Like, that's crazy. Wasn't even planned. Like, I just started writing down the thing, and I was like, oh, that's freaky. But it is what it is. What a long morning. But we are finally here. We have arrived at the time. We have arrived at the place. nWo sold out. Lots of title belts on the line. We saw crazy stuff happen last time on Thursday Thunder. Now, we're going to get to see Bama Boy, Sawyer, Jace, Wagner, and Jake Plague. I'm telling you, nWo, they're the ones sponsoring the event. You better believe they're going to have all their people out and about, right? Then we go Andrew, Dubs, and Musashi going after the WCW World Television titles. Heather, the leader of the nWo, going after the United States title. Rated R2K putting his title on the line tonight against Grunning. nWo again. Shocker, shocker, right? Going after the brand new, newly dubbed tag team champions. nWo one more time. Like, let's keep that record going. Let's keep playing it. Knockout title on the line. 4-way table knockout title match. Cruiserweight title on the line. Very interesting things because Kempty almost won the title. Vipero, it almost seems like it's not fair in being in the match. Chillivok getting a shot at it here tonight. Miss Nightmare. Now we're starting to get into some crazy, like, almost like dream matches. Miss Nightmare versus Jade Cargill. Digital Dogs recently losing the title, and then bam! Get you some of that getting in to a world title match. So that should be interesting. Tammy getting her shot here tonight against Ozzy. It's funny, there were some things lining up a certain way, and we weren't sure how it was going to work out. And then things happen where we unify some title belts, and the next thing you know, ipso facto, presto changeo, some people are in, some people aren't on the card, which are now going to get her shot at the Universal title against Cheyenne. And then, because of the match that happened on Thunder, this was supposed to be Bret Hart versus Totes My Goats, but Hogan and Heather bringing the nWo together, funding this pay-per-view, found a way to get himself into the World Heavyweight title match. This is a triple threat. Falls count anywhere. One pin is going to bring home that Universal title. So, while we're sitting around not doing anything, might as well go ahead and get this thing started. So, title matches on the line. nWo sold out, happening right now. We don't even know what time it's happening. I don't know. You know, we're going to set, because it is a pay-per-view, we are going to set a super chat goal. We're going to set the timer on it. We're going to set the whole 9 yards. We're going to say, I think, just to be safe, we'll set it at 3 hours. But interesting, I wonder what the goal should be. I'm going to put something, but it's going to be like a choose your own adventure. Like maybe the 10th super chat comes on the podcast next. It doesn't have to be the goal, but right now we're just going to set it there, right? And see what happens with that. But here we go. Very first match of the evening. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, and we're going to get to the chat while this is going on, but if you haven't seen this arena yet and you've ever liked anything I've ever done, you guys are in for a treat. You guys are in. Feast your eyes on this. What's going on, Iffy? Welcome to the stream. And
The following contest is a fatal four-way table smash and is for the WCW Hardcore Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Four Horsemen from Montgomery, Alabama, weighing in at 240 pounds, Bubba Boy.
And happy birthday going out to the Marine Corps. Happy belated birthday going out to Ippy. What is going on, Dubs? Welcome to the stream by Vipero. These guys know there's been, for the season few that are here, there is drama going on over there. Taking up most of my morning, but very, very fun stuff. What is going on? Devin Dowley, welcome to the stream. JP, welcome to the stream. Digital. Good to see you in the chat, brother. Welcome to the stream. And you know this chat wouldn't be anything these last few times without Andre. Welcome to the stream. Jesse the Jackhammer, his own booker. If you guys want to get involved in some stuff, go check out Jesse Jackhammer.
From Manchester, England, weighing in at 235 pounds, Sawyer.
And welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's probably who you gotta blame. You gotta blame the bedazzled jawboners. You know what I mean? nWo, money going up. Ever since Digital joined, it has been on another level. Look at the state of this entrance. One of my new, favorite entrances. Not just because Totes plays guitar himself, but you add this little ending part in there with Sawyer. Makes a lot of sense with how his character goes.
And introducing the challenger, representing the nWo from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 239 pounds,
Jace Wagner, very interesting. The leader of D-Generation X 2.0. Apparently still a couple of those guys hanging around, but Grunning and Jace coming over, joining up with Digital Dogs, who comes from the Bikers, with Hulk Hogan. Kind of wondering, are they going to add another person? Is this the thing where Hogan is passing the torch to the next generation and then stepping back on his own terms? Definitely going to have to wait and see. Ballistic rated cane. I had to walk on a cane for 3 months. I can appreciate a ballistic rated one. Look at the detail of this arena. I'm telling you, it's pretty. It's a pretty arena. And now you've been waiting for him.
the champion, representing the Judgment Day, from wherever he wants, weighing in at 273 pounds, the WCW Hardcore Champion, the Virus, Jake Poot.
Jake Plague making his way down to the ring. I told you guys, when this guy gets rolling, you might want to get off those tracks. But the other really neat thing about, if you guys look at this arena, it's a much more intimate environment. We're used to having, we have grown into these big, massive shows where we've got all this outdoor stuff. nWo getting really smart, putting a lot of quality into a much more packed in space. So not as many seats in this arena, but nonetheless, still one of my favorite arenas that we've ever made. But here we go. in our favorite arena for the show to start. Hardcore title belt on the line, and we're going to do it the right way. We are going to get after it, and we are going to figure out. Sped just said, screw it, I'm going to do the whole thing. He said, forget it, I'm just going to do. I know that only counted as one, but we just hit our goal, really. Sped not playing any games. Sped, welcome to the stream, brother. But in one of our favorite style matches, the four-way table match. Now, I know that we put out some breaking news. If you guys are not on our Discord, what are you doing with your life? Like, really? You guys should be in the Discord right now. Without a doubt. And there it is. That's your invite. If you haven't been formally invited to the Discord, that's where you go. Hitting that up at the top there. But thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That's it's very awesome of you to do that. Now, I know we've announced this on a public message. I know we've announced this in the breaking news section, but just so you guys know, I created a 6-man tag team table elimination match. I had to stop it because it never ended. That thing went on for an hour and some change. I couldn't get it to end. The 5-way table match went on for over an hour because something happens when they get down to the last two competitors when it goes above 4 people and you can't get the match to end, it seems. It's like the wrestlers refuse to put anybody through a table. So we're not going to have those, but we'll keep watching. Next week, they are coming out with a brand new update, and I wonder, and probably through no fault of their own, they may fix that on accident. They may fix something in the game that fixes that, so we'll just have to keep an eye on it and wait and see about that. Now remember, in this match, we've got Jake Plague, who is the current champion. He is trying to get Bama over to that table right now. Jace, who was a leader, no longer has his leadership status. And what just happened? The table did not break. Bama just put Jake Plague on top of the table, and the table folded, did not break. So the champion will remain in this match right now. Champion should be out of the match. I went to call it, but not how it's going. Now the champion blocking, getting blocked by the table. Oh, do it. Ah! They could have. We have never seen this. I have never seen a table set up and then a guy takes somebody off the top rope and then through the table. That would have been amazing. Bama now trying to get the crowd back involved. Jake trying to figure out where Bama is. Bama now going after the member of the nWo. And look at that. Little magic trick just got performed by Jake Plague. Took that table, put it right up underneath Sawyer's feet. Sawyer didn't even notice. That's how good he was. Look at that. Hey, if you can't beat him, throw a table at him. That's one way to do it, you know what I mean? It is. We've got some crazy records. Some crazy, crazy records for money. And it happened at a pay-per-view. Absolutely amazing. But, yeah, it'll be crazy. Be absolutely crazy. Guys, too, remember, all the money goes back into the channel. We got some really cool stuff coming up, too. We are finally getting to the point where we got some cool stuff coming. I can't wait for it. Yeah, the 20. I think 1999 was the record. I think you just beat the record at 20. And look at this. Is he gonna do? Oh! I always wondered, that table was setting up a certain way. And I always wondered if somebody could throw that, like throw somebody on top of it, would the rope catch the table enough to break it? These guys got me yelling already. I don't even know if we're going to be able to make it to the end. Plus, it's college football day. Plus, the election is over. Like, what is going on? What a great time to be alive. And here we go. The champion takes him up, but does not get him through. Bama gets it turned back around. Ends up kicking that table over, though. And remember, we have seen this happen. We have seen this happen. The champion using that spray to the face. You can see Jace Wagner's face all blue from that spray. And the champion right back on him. Sawyer saying, hey, come get some. Bama saying, maybe. And then he doesn't get any. Sawyer goes, gets some right there. Champion getting ready. Uses that table, now sets it up, and you know he's got bad intentions. Jace knows he's got bad intentions. So Jace able to get on the outside of the ring, not allowing the champion to actually table him. But look, it pays off. He brings him up and takes him the wrong way. Could have took him through that table, but goes the other way with it. Almost like a mini Mia Moore. Throws him up against the table. Now, Sawyer tried to break it up, tried not to allow him to put him through the table, and the member in this match from the nWo going through the table first. Now we've got Sawyer walking, he got some stuff broke over the top of him, but not a table, so it doesn't matter. Now the champion picking up the table, setting it up. Bama waiting right behind him, hits him with the roll tide, and again, the table does not break. Bama sets it up, thought he was going to go after the champ right there. Oh, come on, do it. Take him to the top rope. Break on through to the other side. Oh, champion sees what's going on. Sawyer fighting through it, though. Bama now getting him from behind, whips him over into the other corner. Sawyer now grabbing Bama, bringing him over to the other corner. And can one person, do it? I don't even care who it is. I want to see somebody go off the top rope and through that table and get eliminated. It's a pay-per-view. Let's do the thing, you know what I mean? Whoa! Bama dropping the Tootsies on his scunion right there. And now whips him over in the corner. Bama now trying to get Solo through that table, but instead Solo turning it around again. Turning it around one time, killing him softly with his song. One time. Did you see that? Sawyer now takes, throws, busts up the guitar. Bama trying to be the beneficiary from that, but instead is not. Table, though, on the ground right now. There is no table. And finally, the champ says, look, I know how to win this match, and it's got to do with this table. Just beating people down left and right with the table. Picks them up. But the table on the ground. And it's interesting. It's almost like Bama and Sawyer, they don't give a crap about that table. But they're about to right here. Oh! Sawyer saves. He saves the champion. The champion has gone through the table twice now, and the table has not broke. Sawyer now saves the champion from a worse fate, wanting to be the one. But look, it doesn't matter who goes through or who puts who through a table until the last table. And Jake right into the arms of Bama. Bama now throws him up into the corner. Is he determined to do the one thing that we all want to see? No, apparently not. He looks like he is determined to put Sawyer through the table and have it be just him and the champion. Can he do it? He does. Sawyer now through the table, and now it comes down to a member of the Four Horsemen and a member of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day recently winning more titles, trying to show who they are. What is going on, Bray, the boss? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, very excited about that. Very excited about that. We'll see what it is and how it does. I know we see the pictures, but it'd be cool if it did something else, if there was something else involved in it. So we'll see. Very excited what's coming out next week. Very, very, I think it's a much better version of Diamond Dallas Page also coming out. All their versions of Diamond Dallas Page have sucked. So it looks like they've improved that version of him as well, so that'll be fun to see. But Bama now and the Judgment Day fighting it out. Bama grabbing that table, throwing it at him, but needs to set that table up somewhere. Whether it's in the corner. Oh, looked like he was going for the roll tide, but missed it. Jake, though, going after the table now, hits Bama with it. Will he set it up? Bama getting right back to his feet. Jake knocking him right back down and now throwing it at him. But again, between both of these guys, it doesn't matter. The table has got to get set up. Jake, the champion, knows that now. Sets up the table. Now we got some trouble. You want to talk about what people call big business. Big business happening right now. The table is set up. There is a chance, and who knows what will happen, but there's a chance that somebody loses now. Bama taking them over to it, setting it up. Do we have a brand new hardcore champion? No, Jake finding a way not to get slammed through that table, showing you why he has been able to defend his title belt. Now picks up Bama. This is it. What goes up goes right through that table. And Jake Plague will retain the WCW Hardcore Championship.
And still, WCW Hardcore Champion, the Virus, Jake Plague.
Jake Plague spreading like a virus through the WCW before they thought that they had the cure. Now realizing they may not have the cure. Jake, doesn't matter if you throw one guy, doesn't matter if you throw 10 guys at him. Jake Plague doing his thing and doing it well. So what a crazy way to start this off, but the very first match, quite the banger, and now we roll in. It doesn't slow down all show long, everything building on top of everything. One of the few matches actually that doesn't have the New World Order in it right now. There's only so many people that they had. And now the brand new tag team of the Samurais facing off against the newly formed American Alpha 2. If you guys have been around for a while, you guys know that Simba and Grady were American Alpha, one of the greatest tag teams that we have seen in our universe mode. Not like barely making it into WCW, and then Simba going off doing his own thing. Grady then joining the Bikers, and now comes back out of it, finding Grady and forming American Alpha 2. What's going on, Monaco? Welcome to the stream. Look at the state of these two guys. Hanzo, Musashi, and Andrew Dubs forming the Samurai. That's right. And Grady, welcome to the stream, brother. Grady, that's what he used to ask all the time. Are you alpha enough to be a part of American Alpha? Herbie able to answer finally and say yes. But the current WCW World Tag Team Champions going to put those belts on the line right here tonight with their all-new American Alpha look. And we got Yellowstone getting ready to get fired up too. You'll hear Grady talk about Yellowstone quite a bit. Yellowstone getting ready to get fired up here shortly as well. Yeah, you know, and to Iffy's point, I think
is a tag team match set for one fall, and is for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 474 pounds, the Powers of Pain, and their opponents at a combined weight of 441 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, American Alpha.
yeah, and that is a really good point too, to your point. But to your point, guys, pay close attention to outfits. I've changed so many of them recently, and I will continue to do it. Keeps everything fresh that you guys might not even, I might not even announce that there's been some changes to some outfits, but there is. Totes going to debut a brand new look here tonight as well in the main event. I'm going to tell you what, I really, really like the WCW pack that's coming out. Really like it. I thought they could have did more, I think, with the Curt Hennig look. That's one thing. I wish, and I know they won't, but I wish with Curt Hennig and Lex Luger that they would come out with the alternate Wolfpack attire, the alternate. Now, Curt Hennig really not a part of the Wolfpack. I mean, that nWo thing is one thing, but not really a part of the Wolfpack. Like, I always picture the Wolfpack. That's Kevin Nash, Sting, Conan, Lex Luger, even Randy Savage. That's kind of your Wolfpack. Everything else after that was a diluted version of it. But to be able to have a Curt Hennig and to be able to have a Mr. Perfect, I mean, that is an interesting thing. And I hope they distinguish between the two. Great Muda, great addition. But yeah, really like this is, I think, probably going to be the second best pack coming out. But then you add the arena to it. Now, what I wish they would do with the arena is give you the ability to fight between two rings with no cage, just like they did in the pay-per-view back in the day. Every time you had the War Games, every time you had the Battle Brawl, every time you had Fall Brawl, Battle Brawl, every time you had Fall Brawl, the entire arena was with two rings. One of the greatest matches between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero was because of the two rings and what you could do in it. So that would be super cool. I know it's not going to go down that way, but it'd be cool if it did. Now, guys, back to the action here. We see the Samurai finding out exactly right now why these guys are the World Tag Team Champions, recently just winning. And you look at these guys, the World Champions right now, they went through an absolutely, both of them, horrendous losing streak. Herbie was on another level. Like, Sentinel broke a record for the longest losing streak. But, I mean, Herbie would win a match, and then all of a sudden lose a bunch, and win a match and lose, and then win. He's been doing that for a long time, but now Herbie has been absolutely dominating and doing what he's got to do. And Grady as well. Grady got on that a little bit later after joining the Bikers, where it just wasn't quite going his way. After going through the Horseman trials, kind of broke him down. But both of these guys now in a really good spot. Both of these guys absolutely starting to crush it, and that's why they're your World Tag Team Champions right now. So then you take the boost of winning, and then you also add in the title belts. Like, it's a big deal. So then Dubs, he goes and he leaves the Syndicate to join up with Hanzo Musashi, right? Hanzo absolutely new to the WCW. So not a lot of boost going on there. And then Andrew Dubs fighting with them in a tag team. Andrew Dubs been around for a minute, right, in the WCW. So he has been able to do some other things, and he is a boosted character. So having that, you're looking at Herbie's been around a long time, Grady's been around a long time, Dubs been around about half as long as they have, but for a long time, and now you got a brand new guy. So, but new people bring energy as well, so you also got to watch out for that. Look at that. You just say Herbie's name enough, and he will show up in the chat. That's all you got to do. Read the manual. It'll show up in the chat. Now they're doing their thing. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, and right before I got to start talking about some other stuff, and then I got sidetracked because the announcer was saying some other things. The ring announcer was saying some stuff. But if we were talking about who I'm taking to battle, I'm taking Effie to battle. I'm telling you right now. If I could only pick one, if it was like the Highlander and there could be only one, I wouldn't take Iffy because then she'd get me. You know what I mean? I'd have to take somebody else that I think I could beat. But if there could be two, I'm taking Iffy. That way I could remain the one. You know what I mean? Look at that now. Going, hooking the leg. Hanzo right on top of it, though. And remember this about Grady. If you go back and you watch the tag team matches, Grady, not the best at getting in and breaking up matches. Matter of fact, probably the absolute worst at it, but still a great partner. 2, 3, and American Alpha 2 will retain the WCW World Tag Team title belts.
Here are your winners, and still WCW World Tag Team Champions, American Alpha.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I'm excited about that. Make sure I want to be there for that. American Alpha, though, winning the tag team title belts here. And I'm telling you, these guys, you look at the stuff that they've been doing on an absolute roll. That is one of the tag teams I probably right now today would not want to go up against. And you look at it, too, because Totes and Rowdy injured right now, but Rowdy and Totes, the Universal World Champions, I wouldn't want to face American Alpha with the belts on the line. You know what I mean? Now, the newly designed WCW United States Women's title belt on the line against the leader of the nWo. We have seen these two ladies have some epic battles, and I am sure we're about to see it again.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Women's United States Championship.
What is going on, Blazed Radio? Welcome to the stream, brother. Guys, now, you got Solo Season Universe, you got Blazed Radio, you got Tempo Plays. Go check out those guys' channels. Get in the thing, do the thing, subscribe to their channels, and let them know that Totes sent you. Look at the state of this arena. I'm telling you, my favorite arena now. I loved Halloween Havoc Arena. I really like this arena. So now Heather making her way down to the ring. Getting ready to get a shot at the WCW United States title belt. And I'm trying to pull it up right now. Oddly, I don't have it up, which not normal, but just going through, looking at the history of the United States title belt, it's got a long history, but Heather lost to T. Jones back in episode 1 of season 5 for this title belt. Heather unable to win the title belt until episode 1 of season 6. And if you guys remember that episode, you remember the first episode of this season, Heather ended up winning not just that title belt, but 2 title belts. One of the only wrestlers, the only wrestler in the history of the WCW to wrestle 2 times in one night, and 2 times in one night for title belts and win them. Look at Bobby Hart. Hope you're not scared of the dark. Because Bobby's coming to get you. So Bobby Hart making her way down to the ring, just released this. She is our very first call of any year, all the way back to episode 1, season 1, but all the way back, who has been downloaded in Community Creations over 100 times. She has been downloaded 105 times. Andrew Dubs coming in number 2. I posted that in the breaking news section. So if you guys are interested in seeing that and how many times our title belts have been downloaded, go check that out. Absolutely crazy. I think our record, we barely broke 3,000 last year. We're already over 4,546 downloads of all of the stuff that we have got. So big year for the Community Creations, big year for our community in Community Creations, and one of the reasons why I feel like we're the best.
From Huntsville, Alabama, Heather. And her opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the WCW Women's United States Champion, Bobbi Hart.
And it's funny that in the Community Creations, they recognize this. If you guys want to check out Community Creations, anything that we have done, it is under hashtag Totes. That's hashtag TOTES. But it is crazy that the community also recognizes Bobbi Hart is the one created wrestler that we made that kind of set the bar for other wrestlers. And it's every year, which is hard to do. It's hard to find the one every year, but she is the one that does it. So, and absolutely 100% created, not even a subscriber that's in the stream to top all that off. But because of what we've done and because of what we learned and because of how she looks, it makes us strive to make all of us look that way. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what is going on Eagle Star, welcome to the stream, brother. Sentinel, the current WCW World Champion, welcome to the stream. Now, these two end up having absolutely epic matches. Heather, one of the smaller wrestlers, but maybe small in stature, but not small in might, leading the nWo. And how many factions would do something like this? The nWo has Cheyenne Davis as the Universal World Champion. Cheyenne Davis, led by Heather Dozier, is the top champion that is out there. So not many groups do that. Like when you look at the way Hogan was running things before, kind of taking a page out of Heather's book, Hogan always had to be the top guy in the faction. He always had to be the guy that was the world champion. Nobody else was getting shots at the world title. They get shots at other title belts, but not at that. We have seen a few of the different factions do that, or a couple of them. The Horsemen do it, and the nWo does it. So, the Syndicate even does it now, to be fair. But these guys, this like new age of wrestling, look at the ramp. Look at the lights that come down on the ramp. And then look at the ramp. I'm telling you, there are a lot of details in this arena that are pretty amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now remember, we've got to say this because there are title belts in almost every single match. You cannot, the title belt will not, you can win the match, but the title belt will not change hands on a count out. Doesn't matter if you win or you lose it. It doesn't change hands. So, very important to keep them inside. Remember, this is nWo Sold Out. The nWo is the one sponsoring this, and that is why in almost every match you are going to see members of the New World Order. Guys, appreciate everything you're doing out there, too. I can see right now we're up to 17 likes already. We're only into match 3. Our gold standard is always more than 20 likes. We've hit 30 quite a few times this year, which has been exciting. We have been getting over 200 views, but more importantly than that, we've been getting over 30 watch hours, 40 watch hours, and one of our episodes, Halloween Havoc, actually hit over 50 watch hours. And to be fair, that is kind of the standard. It's going to be interesting. We've got a bunch of neat stuff to talk about in the podcast, to the point I almost want to start doing 2 podcasts a week. But here we go, setting up for it. We might, oh, Bobbi Hart turning it back around. Thought we were about to see a brand new WCW United States champion. Instead, Bobbi Hart turns it around, parlays that almost into a win for herself. Now Heather trying to roll out. Bobbi Hart very aggressive, not going to let Heather get any kind of breathing room, and already back there on the outside. Now the neat thing tonight too, Sentinel and Digital Dogs will be facing off. Another dream match, I think, especially right now. They are both at the top of their games. So it will be amazing to see these two guys go after it. Excited to see that. What is going on, Wee Man? Welcome to the stream. Anita. There we go. Anita announces immediately who she is. She is definitely part of the Bedazzled Jawbone Club, you know what I mean? And I am thinking that inside of our Discord channel, I'm going to make the Bedazzled Jawbone Club and identify the ones that are in it. Their names will appear in a different color than everybody else's. You gotta love it. But look, the champion wins the match.
WCW Women's United States Champion Bobbi Hart.
The champion wins the match on a countout, but she could have lost it on a countout. Wouldn't have mattered. But still, this is like the next episode, the next chapter of the great rivalry that has been between Heather D and Bobbi Hart. Each one of them figuring out how to best the other one at certain times. So guys, while we got a minute, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video, and Anita and Iffy and Chili, they're going to have to find a way to get the rest of the Bedazzled Jawbone club in to the Discord. You don't want to miss it, you know what I mean? You want to be a part of it. You don't want to just be like part of the Bedazzled Jawbone Club and then not have anything to show for it. You know what I mean? So now, and so far, 2 opportunities for the nWo to gain title belts. 2 opportunities missed up to this point. But here comes the third, rated R2K. And you know what's crazy? We're actually going to have a podcast with R2K on it. It's going to be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun.
And is for the WCW United States Championship.
It's funny, if you guys know my story, and a lot of you do, but if you know the story, when I started out, it was not in wrestling. My channel wasn't, go back to the beginning of my channel. Matter of fact, the very first video is me playing a song I wrote to my wife. That's how it all started. I was in Iraq. I had to record it on a crappy phone with some crappy software. But anyway, it's on there. It's the very first video. I've never taken it down. Go check that out. That's pretty interesting. But then it gets into the shooter games. That's what I was into. And it turns into this. I've left those videos on there so you can kind of see them. You know what I mean? I still play the games. I still play all kinds of stuff. I'm playing all kinds of stuff right now. But I say that to say this. If I could go back with this, if I could go back with what I do right now and start a brand new channel and start all over, how would I do it? And what would I do to get to where I am quicker today? We're going to bring R2K on and we're going to talk about it. R2K is at that point right now where he is starting out with this on his channel, and he is starting to do some things. So it's very interesting. If you guys have ever thought, I'm going to start a YouTube channel to play video games, that's not the best idea. If you want to start a YouTube channel to create content, it's 2 different things. And quite a lot of fun, too. It just depends. It depends on what your motivation is on the way you go about doing it, to if you can keep doing it. But that's what the podcast will be about, little sneak preview. Won't be in the next one, probably episode 4 or 5 of the podcast. But there's so many good ideas coming. That's why I'm like, I want to do more. Instead of 1 a week, maybe we do 2. Don't know. We might even do the podcast a little bit later today. I don't want to do too many things in one day, but tomorrow is out. Tomorrow we're taking off, so might not be till Monday. We'll have to see. But rated R2K still dual champion, the Outlaw champion, and then one of my favorite belts also, the United States title belt, on display right now.
Introducing the challenger from Mount Olympus, weighing in at 302 pounds, Vipero. And his opponent from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 224 pounds, the WCW United States Champion and the WCW Underground Internet Champion, the Violator, RTK.
Doing really well tonight, or today, Anita. Thank you for asking. Very nice of you. No, I'm doing really well. Having a lot of fun. Love what we're doing right now. Love this match card. And what's messed up, guys, look, if you're not on the match card, it's because we got 104 people in the WCW. Like, it's hard to get everybody in. And we're going to talk more about that, too, in podcasts. Like, I think most of you understand, to be fair. I think a lot of you see it. That's why I love this community. I do. I absolutely love the community. I love what it's grown into, and it's because of you guys taking the lead on a lot of things that grow in the community. Like, people are like, oh, how do you do it? Well, I'll tell you what, I don't do it all. A lot of this is done by you guys. So I just got lucky enough that you guys came together, subscribed to the channel. We started meeting people. We got to start talking to people. Other people started talking. Everybody started doing the thing, and then we all are gelling together. You know what I mean? And I say this all the time, but rising tides raise all ships. Doesn't mean we're on the same ship, but we don't have to be. It raises all ships. So, yeah, it's very, very cool. Grunning has been on an absolute roll, but so has Rated R2K. Rated R2K actually going through, doing a bunch of stuff that we have not even seen before. The way he won the Outlaw Championship was absolutely on another level. Now, giving up size, not just one weight class, but 2 weight classes to Grunning, R2K absolutely has his work cut out for him in this match. But now, not wanting to get up to, and I don't know that Grunning, maybe he can't count above 6, so only getting up to 6 and then getting off it. But look at that, picks him up, and Grunning seems to be on a mission right now, noticing that 2 people from the nWo unable to grab these championship title belts, trying to get that turned around. The nWo putting a lot of money into this pay-per-view, going to make a lot of money on this pay-per-view as well. However, trying to make it worth the investment, worth the time and the money investment. Grunning really trying to get after R2K and win this match. R2K's got something to say about it, though, however, and so does Grunning. Guys, remember, we've got a goal out there. I don't know if you guys know about it, but there is a goal out there in the Super Chats. $2 Super Chats trying to get to 10 $2 Super Chats. Now, don't get me wrong, we already hit it. Sped came in and screwed it up for everybody and donated $20. Breaking all. I couldn't even say it with a straight face. I tried. But did the thing. And, like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm not involved. I spend quite a bit of money on this channel. But I also... But yeah, I can do it too. Like, I know how to make it work. Look at these guys. Let's see, I know. Oh, that's weird. I don't have time to fix it. Oh, yeah, I do. There we go. Fix. Look at these guys going back and forth, and that's what... That doesn't make any sense. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. I'll figure that out after the stream. But yeah, and we will bring Sped on to actually talk about some interesting stuff. I think stuff that where he's got, not just through chat, but has got to come on and really talk about it and explain it. So that'll be interesting. R2K, though, however, getting things turned around right now. Almost a side figure 4 leg lock put on Grunning, going after those shins. And even though that is not how he's going to finish it out, look at that. We have seen him end people's nights just like that. And we see him win here again. R2K will retain the WCW United States Championship.
Here's your winner, and still WCW United States Champion, the Violator, R2K.
R2K, the WCW wrestlers getting big wins here tonight. Big business happening. And big wins happening. Sped actually got us kicked off with that $20 super chat like that. Hey, and I'm serious. I really appreciate it. A lot of cool stuff happens when we start putting money back in the channel. All the money goes back in to the channel, whether it be equipment, whether it be stuff. That's why, part of the reason why we can do what we do right now is when you see this right here. Just as an example, this is not a free thing that we're doing. That whole transitional thing, this whole thing, all paid for. All of it. It's funny, man. I bring up this thing, and it's like if I don't bring up the thing, it doesn't bring it up. So I bring it up, I put it back down, now it's there. But what I'm saying is, that's all part of it. Where we can do better stuff and bring better products right to you guys. So, and like this thing here, it doesn't have to remain there, right? I can move it off to the side. I just think it's hilarious. I shouldn't find it as funny as I do, but I just think it's funny that my logo is, and look, you can see through the top part of the hat too. Look, you can see. Crazy. All right, but whether you can see or you can't see, this is one of the greatest women's tag teams we've ever seen. Mother and daughter, Misti and Kylee Watson of the nWo, going up against the newest formed tag team and two very, very, very tough women. Man, I'm telling you what, I love hearing your guys' stories. These two women have great stories as well. Yeah, and I buy it. And look, I absolutely buy what Temple is saying. Temple was hurt when Digital joined the nWo. I like it. I don't like that people are hurt, but I like the fact that you are. That makes any sense. It's the craziest thing. We start caring a lot about the characters that are in this game. That's not by accident. We do a lot of stuff. Temple does stuff, Solo does stuff, Blaze does stuff to make you care about the characters that are in the game. Now, granted, I get it. A lot of us that are in the chat right now. Anita's not. Maybe Anita ends up becoming a wrestler here before too long. But a lot of us that are in the chat, yeah, we are wrestlers. I get that. But what's crazy, you guys have never met these two ladies, but you do care about what happens to them, and that's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. Really appreciate that, Anita. Yeah, and like I said, maybe Anita becomes... Oh, look at the state of this. The brand new, newly formed Triage Incorporated. Making their way down to the ring, and that goes back into their story. If you know their stories, you kind of get it. If he does some triage on some vehicles... Vanessa does some triage on some people. Yeah, and guys, that's another thing. There's a reason, too, why I tell you where I'm at in the world. Like, if I'm in Kentucky or if I'm over here, I live in Alabama. I live in Huntsville. If you ever make it through, reach out to me. First beer is always going to be on me. I don't drink beer. But the first of whatever you drink is going to be on me. I used to drink a lot of beer.
Contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WCW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the nWo.
Now we drink bourbon.
And their opponents, the WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Originals.
You know what's funny, though? Depending on where you're at, Jaden, like if you're in California, I have family there. If you're in Washington, I have family there. If you're in Oregon, I'm sorry. I grew up in Washington. And while I grew up in Washington, I spent most of my life in the South. So, but yeah, see, JP gets it. Like if you're on the West Coast, you get it. Look at the state of that. Melinda getting out to a quick start against former WCW Women's World Champion, the one that actually beat Ozzy for the title belt. Melinda getting out there and 100% holding her own. Now, when we start looking at matches like this, you start looking at things like this, and you're like, wow, holding her own. Vanessa already winning the WCW Women's United States title. Melinda already winning the knockout title. Like, things start getting, and you start stacking your resume up like that, you start getting into the world title hunt. You start getting into that world title picture. Vanessa will be getting a world title shot. However, she screwed it all up by winning the world tag team titles. Now, as a champion, you got to defend them at the pay-per-views, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Washington, beautiful country. Politics are crap, but like as far as the just the way it is, like the way it looks, the stuff you can do, amazing. Love it. It was a great place to grow up because I didn't have to deal with the other stuff. But look at this, Vanessa on the ground, and now another former world caliber type champion stepping into the ring, Misti Watson. And these two, it used to be Kylee and Cheyenne, but Cheyenne way too busy in the singles competition. So then Misti steps in to form the tag team with her daughter, and now getting a shot again here tonight to try to win these titles back. But will they be able to do it? Will they be the New World Order members to do it for the first time? The nWo has been kept out of the win column. Iffy trying to get out of the way, unable to do it now, going over to the corner. Misti setting up for it. Starts running down, and look at that. Little possum being played right there, and Vanessa making her way over, getting Iffy tagged into the match, and now Iffy and Misti will get after it. Melinda able to kick out in two. I wasn't even going to count it. I figured it would be in one, but that also goes to show you these ladies on the nWo side, absolute power game going on, and now Melinda getting a shot at Kylee again. Really got the better of her in the beginning of the match, but now Kylee and throws her back out. You would almost expect the nWo to be very aggressive, but right now looking like very much in control, very calm and collected, and we have seen them in many big-time matches, so not new territory for them. But is the adrenaline, is the absolute excitement of being not just in a pay-per-view match, but being in this match, in an nWo sold-out match and being against the nWo, is that going to be enough excitement to kind of fuel Melinda and Vanessa and take them on to a win? Now, remember, they just recently, this is only their second match, but recently winning these title belts, and then immediately, because of that win, having to turn around because it was a WCW title and defend it here in the pay-per-view. Melinda now getting into the ring, trying to control the entire match, bringing Kylee over to the ropes and using the ring against her. Using the ring. What is going on, R2K? Welcome to the stream, brother. But yeah, a lot of crazy matches tonight. R2K and Grunning, one of them. Like, there's just some dream matches happening tonight when you look at the different styles of the different wrestlers. It's amazing that they get set up like that. Vanessa now trying to give Melinda a chance to recover. Melinda does. Misti now tagged in to the ring, and Misti has been on an absolute roll. Is Melinda going to be able to stop that here tonight? And remember, it's not the nWo who are the champions here. It's the nWo going after the belts. Melinda and Vanessa, the current WCW Tag Team Champions. Is this going to be the mistake that Melinda needs? Watch out! Hits her with the Fafo Slam. 1, 2. And Kylee able to get in, but I don't think she would have broke it up in time. Little late right there, and while it looked like the nWo was on an absolute roll, now the World Tag Team Champions looking like they're the ones on a roll. And are we going to see their tag team finishers coming in? No, we don't. But Melinda all kinds of fired up right now. Now, I said it. I said, are we going to see it? No, this isn't their finisher. But tag team assisted move right there. Vanessa now keeping it rolling. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Misti able to kick out in 2. Vanessa can hardly believe it. Vanessa now going back over, and it's starting to look like we know what the strategy might be. Might be to have Melinda to stay in the ring as much as possible, keeping Vanessa as fresh as possible to stop these two. And Melinda waiting on Kylee, but Kylee said, hey, you shouldn't have waited this long. She is ready to roll. And Kylee setting up for it, picks her up. Big Emerald Slam. 1. Not even a 1 count. Look, Vanessa's in there to break that up. And Vanessa, again, trying to get in the way, trying to buy Melinda a little bit of time. Melinda then gets out of the way, takes it to the midsection of Kylee, and thought we might have been seeing the Fafo Slam come out again. Kylee picking her up. Melinda obviously giving up some size to Kylee, and now Misti going after Melinda on the outside. Kylee going after Vanessa on the outside. And Melinda finally getting Misti up, putting her over her knee. Kylee running around the outside of the ring like 2 trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside, to quote Eminem. Oh, Kylee says some things, and Melinda says no thank you. Huge power bomb. Goes, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, not a 2 count. And look at the look on Melinda's face. She said, can you believe it? Can you even believe it? What is going on, Tammy? Welcome to the stream. Now another big DDT, and I feel like, I felt like we were about to see a Fafo slam, but now Vanessa tagged in. Kylee able to try to catch her riding dirty, but Vanessa says, no way. I already took a shower. There is no riding dirty right now. Double kick to the side of the head, and now Vanessa setting up for it. Watch out. And that is her finishing move. Hooks the leg. Misti knows it. Gets in and breaks it up. Misti immediately seeing that that was about to be the end of the match. And Vanessa trying to stay in control. Gets Melinda tagged in. Misti tagged in, and look at that little roll-a-dope. Not even a rope-a-dope. That was a roll-a-dope. 2, 3, and shockingly, we have brand new WCW World Tag Team Champions.
And the new WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the
nWo doing a little sneaky maneuver, but not the first time they have held these title belts. Returning back to glory, doing a little like the roll-a-dope. That's what we're going to call that from now on. Did the roll-a-dope. Nobody would have saw that one coming. But you know that is not over. That is not over by a long shot. But the nWo finally finding a way to get their very first win here tonight. Now, we have the Women's Knockout Championship going on, and I've got this weird feeling that it's not right, but we'll see what happens. It said it was right. You got to trust the process. You got to believe in the process. We'll know pretty quick if it's right or if it's not right.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Extreme Rules match and is for the WCW Women's Extreme Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Outlaws from Virginia, the WCW Extreme Classic Champion, Rebecca Dawn.
Yeah, the Division franchise is actually how I started streaming, to be fair. What is going on, Zach? Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, but the Division's how I started. I recently also just took over the clan. I am now the clan commander of the TSW Ghosts, which I love the name. So, we got to get Jane over there, but yeah, we still play the game. So, we're still out there doing our thing. Look at that.
The challenger, representing the nWo from the Garden of Eden, Allison Wagner.
Sped out gifted memberships, and like you can't pick who gets them. It's absolutely random, but still, guys, hats off to Sped doing the $20 and the gifting of one membership. Alex Ryder, congratulations. Sped gifting you that membership right there. Yeah, I've already given away my 10 that I can give away. Allison Wagner, former member of the Generation X, tonight going after the knockout title belt. trying to follow in the footsteps of her fellow female her fellow female faction members.
Representing the Order from Sin City, May.
And win this title belt here tonight. Monica, a 2-time knockout champion. And like most things, this hardcore title, not easy to defend. It has never been defended one time. We have seen people win the belt and then lose it and not be able to defend it. Does that change here tonight? Will Monica be able to change that? The 2-time knockout champion, will she be able to win it? Or will Mimi or a member of the nWo, Allison Wagner, will somebody else, or even Rebecca winning the WCW Special Series Survival title? Can she parlay that into a Knockouts Championship? We're going to find out here in just a few minutes.
And introducing the champion from Berlin, Germany, the WCW Women's Extreme Champion,
And Monica now showing off that Knockout Championship title belt. Is a redesign in the works for the Hardcore Women's Championship, or what we like to call the Knockout title? Absolutely could be. If you look, the Hardcore title for the men, different from every other title belt. The women's is not. So does that change? We'll definitely have to wait and see. Yeah, and that was the thing I was talking about, Temple. It says you can't. It says, there's a thing, if you really read into it, it says that the 2 rings will appear like this one, if it was a normal match. But if in this arena we could do war games, then all of a sudden the 2 arenas will appear. What I wish was you could choose to have 2 arenas. If you were going to have a War Games, the 2 arenas would be there the entire time. Wouldn't have the cage around it, right? But it would be there the entire time, the 2 rings. Like the Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio match, that was so amazing. That would be awesome. That's what I hope for. It says you can't, but who knows? I'm holding out hope. Next week, update 1.24, and the final and last WCW DLC pack will come out for WWE 2k24. This is one of the reasons why I can't believe more sponsors aren't trying to join the channel. It's easy to plug sponsorships on this channel. It's easy to plug sponsorships inside a format like this. Sponsors, where are you at? How are you living your own lives? Pull your heads out of your keisters and let's work something out. Let's start getting some sponsorships going that make sense. Mimi and Monica inside the ring. Becky and Allison outside the ring. Remember, at the end of the day, the only way out is to get knocked out or to pass out. Either way, the referee will call it. Current knockout champion is Monica. Can Mimi, Becky, or Allison change that here tonight? That's what I'm talking about. If he knows what time it is, it's Mohawk time. What's funny about me being the Commanders of Ghosts now in the Division 2, Mimi is in that clan. I am now the commander of Mimi. I can't tell her what to do, but I mean, you know. But whatevs. Becky now throwing the champion outside the ring. Is she going to be able to complete whatever she's doing? I highly doubt it. It looks like, no, she goes through the middle of Allison and the middle of Mimi, not just once, but twice, and not 3 times a lady. Didn't get to do it 3 times, but only had to do it twice. Ends up hitting Monica through the thing, now getting the sledgehammer, delivering the pain. How about a little bit of SmackDown? Here comes the pain. Great game, by the way. And Becky doing her thing on the outside. Remember, there is not a tag or a count out. There is not anything. The only way out, you can't tap out. You got to pass out. Referee not even paying attention to what's going on the outside of the ring. But you got to pass out or you got to get knocked out to get out of this match. Mimi taking it up top. Trying to do her thing. And can she get it in here right now? Gets her back up, but cannot bring her back down. Not in the same way. Allison now picking her up. And doing the thing, champion. Going down on the outside, almost landed on the back of that table, but not quite landing on the table. Becky now getting in, going after Allison, and trying to control what goes on in the ring. But you can see this match finally starting to take effect on these ladies. Finally starting to slow them down here just a little bit. Monica now going out, row in the SpaghettiOs. Shocked that doesn't get a knockout, but the super stomp. Allison able to maintain consciousness, so she will continue on in this match. Thought Mimi might have taken her and thrown her right in to the side, but didn't quite work out that way. Finally. The Rock has come back, right? You know what's funny? I don't even have a voice changer. We're working on that too. Now Becky going after the Mohawk, trying to ruin Mimi's day with that barbed wire baseball bat. Mimi able to barely step to the side of it, barely get missed by that, and then get it out of the hands of Becky. Monica now controlling what is going on. With Allison, but then immediately going after Mimi. And is she gonna, going at, I thought she might have been setting up for it, might have been setting up for that super stomp she's got. And look at this, the champion absolutely controlling what is going on inside this arena, controlling what is going on inside the ring. Now Mimi trying to get it turned back around. Mimi though, not Mimi, Monica not having it. And then gets a little oopsie done to her. Gets the old reverse scorpion death drop. And she takes her up, and look at that. The back of Allison's head lands on the barbed wire portion of that baseball bat. How is Allison still conscious? Referee right on top of it, though. Referee making sure that he can call it if he needs to. Mimi on the ground, Monica on the ground, Allison on the ground. And finally, somebody gets that bat out of her hands. And then Mimi knocks out Becky. Allison bringing in a chair. Mimi not having it, letting the right hands go. Monica whips her into the corner. Big thing right there. And Rosketios. Monica knocks out Mimi. So Mimi knocks out Becky. Monica knocks out Mimi. Does that mean Allison is going to knock out Monica? No! Monica becomes the very first defending knockout champion.
WCW Women's Extreme Champion.
Out of nowhere, Monica defends the WCW Women's Knockout Championship to become the first one-time defender of that title belt. What is going on, King Sam? Welcome to the stream. King Sam and Sped, two of the top contributors. Jade as well. Digital as well, to be fair. Absolutely crazy when you're talking about monetary gains. These guys are the guys. Every time Solo gets in, he buys a ticket too, so don't be fooled. Solo doing his thing as well, but Monica being able to come away tonight with the victory. Halfway through, there are 12 matches here tonight. That should tell you how packed this card is. After this, it gets into some big-time stuff, big business, as Solo likes to call it, but we got the Falls Count Anywhere, everything else, mano y mano. Well, mano y woo mano. You know what I mean? But before we can get to that, something else on the line here tonight. Vipero Jr., Chillivok, Kempty, Watson, all going after McWayne here tonight in a four-way elimination match for the WCW Cruiserweight title.
The following contest is a gauntlet eliminator match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Elimination can occur anywhere in the arena. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
And that is the craziest thing about this. We don't know the order. Only Eric Bischoff does, but it looks like if I was a betting man. And I am.
Representing the Syndicate from Columbus, Georgia, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Snake V.
So Vipero again choosing not to reveal his brand new look. Coming out in the same way you've always seen him, despite Totes' best efforts. Vipero coming out here tonight and gonna try to bring home that Cruiserweight title belt. We'll start out in the ring now. Look, the neat thing is R2K has proved you can do this in the same style match, but with 8 people, one from the number 1 position. So while there is a slight disadvantage, there is only a 2 to 4 minute disadvantage, not a 2 to 16-minute disadvantage in this match. So all 4 competitors absolutely have a shot at winning this title. How do they do it? How will they kind of set up the strategy of how they're going to fight in this match? We don't know, but we do know that Vipero will be starting it out. Brand new 8-man tag team champion. Half of them coming out, going to be in this match here tonight. The Hit Squad letting everybody see what's going on, letting everybody know what time it is with that 8-man title belt.
Representing the Hit Squad from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 203 pounds, one half of the WCW Super Extreme Tag Team Champions, Kid T. Watson.
Matt Storm, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Matt Storm getting ready to play a much larger role here in WCW. We were just into some storylines. Things didn't work out the way, but thought he would be booked here tonight, is not. However, starting on Nitro, we're going to start seeing some big things from Matt Storm. Or Matt Storm will be put in some situations, some big situations. Like, he'll have a chance. I don't control who's going to do what, but the next cycle starts right after this. A lot of storylines winding up and down at these pay-per-view events. So, lots of stuff going on. Cruiserweight title belt on the line. Remember, McWayne, the current WCW Cruiserweight Champion. We don't know. We just know he's not starting the match. His belt is out here. But we will have to wait and see when he actually comes out as well. It's crazy. We gave Matt Storm a new face scan, and I really like the way Matt Storm's character looks. Like everything else about him, Matt Storm 100% did. I just added the face scan, but I like it. I like Vipero's new look. I'm about to delete this one if I can't get it to work right. Like, I like this look as well, but I really like the other one. Tattoos have changed a bit, and it'll be interesting. Be really interesting. Now remember, these two guys going to be going after it for about 2 minutes, and then the next competitor will enter the ring. Champion awarded no quarter either. He could have very easily started this match. Absolutely random. Don't know how it goes, so we'll have to see. I'm telling you what though, like, looking down in the comment section, talking about Iffy. I know they didn't win the match, but I really like what Iffy's character did. I think we figured out the problem with it, and Iffy, if you rewatch that match, like, did a very good job as far as her character and how her character should wrestle. So, very interesting. Going to be tough moving forward. I think we got it all figured out. So, Kempty Watson, though, getting after Vipero here. And we just got done talking about it. Who is it going to be? Will it be the champion, or will it be Chillivok making his way down to the ring? We are about to find out. And that's the thing with Vipero. You got to watch out. He'll snake you quick. Whoever it is getting in the ring right now, and Chillivok it is. So that means that the champion will be the last one to enter the ring. Will the champion enter the ring with 3 other competitors, or will one of these guys find a way out of the match? Chillivok trying to get after Vipero, really wanting to get his hands on McWayne. We saw in the last episode Chillivok make it known and McWayne accepted, but Bischoff changing the match to a 4-way gauntlet match for the Cruiserweight title. Nothing easy coming here, and round we go. Where we stop, Chillivok knows. So look at that, Chili absolutely getting after it. Vipero, though, just like the snakiest snake bite. And Chillivok stops the pin, but just hit Kempty Watson with the snake bite. And now Goes to roll up the leg, but Vipero not allowing that to happen. Chili now throws Vipero in the ring. Vipero back up to his feet, however. Goes after him. Chili gets out of the way and says, hey, bring it on. Kempty not having it, looking like it was about to get double team maneuvered, but again, this is why Vipero has been on another level now. After hitting him with the snake bite a little bit ago, can he get the pin? No. Kempty able to kind of recover from the snake bite finally. And now we know the champion will make his way down to the ring right here. What is going on, King Sam? I really appreciate that. That is now $20 and $15 from Sped and from King Sam. You know, this is what I love about you guys. You guys are very smart when it comes to the wrestling side of things, and when you guys see things and do things. Read King Sam's message right here. Says, Hacksaw, haven't seen him for a while. Now, it's only been 2 episodes, but haven't seen him for a while. Should this be a sign of a heel turn? Maybe. Maybe. Depends on what you think a heel is. But that's the smart stuff about you guys. Like, there has been something I have been debating for the last probably 4 episodes. And I haven't quite figured it out yet. And maybe I just figured it out. Very smart. Love it. But, regardless of that, let's get back into the match. And Chillivok, Chili almost getting the best of Kempty right there. Now, I've never met anybody named Chillivok. But before I met Kempty, I'd never met anybody named Kempty either. And I've only ever met one. Like the Highlander, there can be only one. And maybe one more. McWayne now. Not seeing Kempty coming. Kempty taking it. Hitting him from behind. But look at this. Kempty and Chili are like, I want the most unique name. And they are fighting for it right now. What is going on? Solo. Welcome to the stream, brother. I am actually a lot for a podcast, like almost immediately following the pay-per-view. Like within like 15 minutes following the pay-per-view, depending on when it ends. I'm almost ready for a podcast. Like there's enough to talk about, that is for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely crazy. Like, so many things have happened today. I love it. Absolutely love it. Vipero trying to take Chili out. Only a 1 count. Referee getting back into the ring, however. Keeping an eye on the champion himself. Kempty went for the kick, but this is his finisher move. Can he eliminate the champion? No, the champion able to kick out in 1. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we won't be done within 30 minutes, so you got a minute. You got time. And look at that. Somehow, Chillivok kind of controlling everything. Kempty going to do it again, and I think it's going to be down. No! The champion able to roll out of the ring and avoid the pin. Now, Vipero and Kempty hooking it up in the ring. I thought it was going to be down to these two, but the champion showing you why he is the champion. Finds a way to roll out of the ring, avoid being pinned, and let the snake get to work on Kempty. I thought, I'm serious. For a while, I thought Chili was the guy. I thought he was going to be the brand new champion here tonight. It's so funny. There's so many big things I want to talk about, like, and leaving names out of it because I think it's a really good learning experience for a lot of things. And now that I've been involved in some other things and I've seen some stuff on a bunch of different ends. And can you even believe it? The champion going now after Kempty, and it was down to Kempty before. Can he use the New World Order steps to bring home the Cruiserweight Championship? And he does. Kempty Watson is your brand new WCW Cruiserweight Champion.
Here is your winner and new WCW Cruiserweight Champion, Kid T. Watson.
Absolutely crazy. You look at what the Hit Squad has been doing, and since leaving the LWO, they have done nothing but win title belts. Kempty at one point was doing some great stuff, went into the LWO, and for whatever reason, it did not work for him. He is not a faction guy, maybe a tag guy, but he's not a faction guy. Cecil Davis en route, however you want to say it, but he was on his way to becoming the Universal World Champion, joins the LWO, and just right downhill. Now the LWO has disbanded, and all of a sudden now the Hit Squad getting back to doing what they do. And that's when. Now we are getting into the meat and potatoes. We are getting in to exactly, I think the meat and potatoes, like the potatoes just happened, right? Everything leading up to this, the potatoes just happened. But the steak of it all is getting ready to happen right now. We've got 4 world title belts on the line, 2 Universal men and women, and the WCW men and women's, and the Divas Championship. This is, every match from here on out is like one of those like dream matches that you want to see. This is what you paid for. This is why you've come here to see what's going on with these title belts. These title belts could absolutely change the direction of our universe.
Champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Women's International Championship.
Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin, one of my favorite songs of all time. You know what this game has done with Jade, and I want you guys to pay really close attention to this. What they did with Jade. Look at the detail. It's on another level. It proves that they can do it. This entrance on another level. But now getting to see Miss Nightmare fight Jade. Remember Miss Nightmare right now, yeah, she's got a WCW Special Series title belt, right? She has got the 8 women title belt, but she is a former Universal Women's World Champion. Now gonna fight Jade here tonight for the Universal Divas Championship. Like, trying to go after her own Triple Crown, trying to go after her own Grand Slam championships. We will have to see. But look, Jade also holding on to the briefcase of the WCW Money in the Bank Championship. Now making her way down to the ring, leaving her jacket on, which she doesn't always do, but letting everybody know, hey, at the end of the day, she can cash that contract whenever she wants. Well, in real life, she's in WWE, but in this universe, she chose to come to the WCW to face off in the greatest women's division ever created. So in this universe, she never made it to the WWE. She chose to sign with us over them.
Introducing the challenger from Death Valley, one half of the WCW Extreme, the Tag Team Classic Champions, Miss Nightmare. And her opponent from Vero Beach, Florida, the Universal Women's International Champion, Jade Cargill.
See, there's a lot of crazy stuff, too, to talk about in the podcast. That's why, like, you're going to see me do some by myself. You're going to see me and Solo do a lot of these together. You're going to see, we just got to figure out the exact way to do it so you can hear them. But you're going to see Temple on them. Hopefully you'll get to see Blaze on some of them. It's very interesting look overall, getting together with other content creators and getting to talk about how we do things. I could criticize or have critiques of your... Criticize is the wrong word. Doesn't sound right, but have critiques of your product all I want. You do things the way you do them and it makes sense, you know what I mean? And it works, obviously. The 4 guys that just named, it works. Every single one of them are monetized. Every single one of them has over 1,000 subscribers. Every single one of them, it worked. I can critique whatever I want to critique, you know what I mean? But however it is, it works for you, and that's the amazing things. So that means there's stuff to learn from every single one of the products. But that's for a podcast. Now, looking at this, Miss Nightmare off to a very fast start against Jade Cargill. And Solo, I really appreciate it, brother. Really, really appreciate it. Sam, I appreciate you. Sped, appreciate it. Absolutely amazing. But Miss Nightmare off to a quick start against Jade. Now, this isn't anything we haven't seen before. We have seen people get off to a fast start against Jade, but that does not mean that's how it's going to go. Hey, welcome back, Sentinel. What is going on, JP? Look at JP. He's like, hey, keep it going, Totes. I will. You guys just like in the chat doing things keeps me going. We have done things, that's another podcast. We have done things this year that are on another level. I know, I love popcorn. Love it. Digital, he ain't screwing around either. That is. Digital loves podcasts. I love podcasts too. But yeah, and then that's what it's all about, supporting each other. So that's absolutely amazing. I appreciate everything you guys do. Every single penny goes back into this channel. There's some really cool stuff, I hope, coming up. Really, really cool stuff. Jade now getting it turned back around, getting things going here against Miss Nightmare, but Miss Nightmare not having it, gives her the knee, and look at this. They're like, hey, let's stand toe-to-toe, wumano iwumano. She says, hit her, and she's like, all right. Jade got tired of getting hit, though, I think. Miss Nightmare, a lot of power. Jade, a lot of power behind it. And Miss Nightmare, so far, you got to think she might end up being the favorite. Now, I don't think she was the favorite at the beginning to win this, but she is starting to become the favorite right now to win this because she has maintained control. And there it is, the Bone Crusher. 1, 2, and not 3. Jade now crawling over into the corner. Spez like, hey, chugga chugga choo choo. He ain't stopping. People going crazy in the chat right now. You guys are on another level. Love all you guys. Absolutely. Hey, King Sam's like, hey, don't stop the hype train. Keep it going. You guys are working on breaking records here tonight. Absolutely crazy. I'm serious. I appreciate all you guys. Now, remember, the title belts cannot change hands. Absolutely cannot change hands on a countout. We have seen that happen here tonight one time already. We have seen Bobbi Hart win on a countout, which doesn't mean she could have lost on the countout. Wouldn't have mattered. The title belt could not change lines or change hands in that match. So, Miss Nightmare understanding that now, getting Jade back into the ring and then jumping down, and that might be it. Goes, grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. And we have a brand new Universal Divas champion.
Here is your winner, and new, the Universal Women's International Champion, Miss Nightmare.
Congratulations going out to Miss Nightmare, slowing down the freight train that is Jade. But look, Jade is Miss WCW Money in the Bank, so whoever's holding that title at the end of the night, now that she can focus all of her attention on the world title, I don't know how much I'd be celebrating the win for Miss Nightmare. Before, she was defending this title belt. Now she's going to go after the WCW World title belt. You know, it's funny, Solo, behind the scenes, talking with Iffy. Iffy, one of the few that I know, and this isn't to say anything about anybody, but one of the few that I know can hold her own against any of the guys. I think Iffy, me and her have talked about this. We haven't talked about it yet, me and you, but me and Iffy have talked about this. She is the one. She is the Highlander who could pave the way in Solo Seasons universe to open the door to bigger and better things on the women's side. So, and I mean actually involved in the chat. So, it'll be interesting. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's definitely going to have to be like you read. My only advice, read that, because that is absolutely true. Me and Solo have talked about that. We just haven't talked about you yet. So now, here we go. World title belts on the line right here. Unbelievable. We have kind of led into this thing, and now Digital getting his shot at, and this is the match. Of all the matches I want to see, this is the match that I've wanted to see tonight. Digital and Sentinel, two of the biggest guys right now in WCW, getting ready to lock horns, go at it. Will the arena even survive? We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see right now. We're about to figure it out right now. If you guys haven't poured another glass of bourbon, you might want to do that.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
If this isn't the greatest arena you've ever fought in, get out. I don't want to hear it. Not having it. I'm not going to believe you. And look at the state of this. Digital Dog's making his way down to the ring. Can Digital finish his story here tonight? Can Digital find a way right now to bring home the world gold, and not just bring home the world gold, but do it against the greatest WCW World Heavyweight Champion we have ever seen? Sentinel able to defend that title belt 4 times now. Can he make it 5? Can he continue his streak, or will Digital end it? No, absolutely. And when she comes over, we've got the timing of it down as well. She will come over, and when she does, Totes got her back. It's funny, there's a lot of people over there, you know what I mean? Yeah, Anita, welcome back. Anita, the #1 fan of Digital Dogs, leading the Bedazzled Jawbone Club. Makes it back, and I'm telling you, I've only ever seen it live one time where the ring didn't survive, but could that happen here tonight? It is absolutely possible. Sentinel going, already set the record at 4, but now going to try to extend that streak. Can he extend it out right now? Got to be considered the greatest WCW. He is not only a 2-time champion, but has defended the belt more than anybody else has defended it. What is going on, Brooklyn Jokers? Welcome to the stream, brother.
Introducing the challenger from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 382 pounds, the Dog. And his opponent from Virginia, weighing in at 308 pounds, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Sinister.
Can Digital Dogs find a way to get his name on this title belt? Or will Sentinel continue his reign as the world champion? We are about to find out. Digital doing big things in the Universal title picture. Can he parlay that into the WCW title picture? Where, again, I keep saying we're about to find out, but we'll find out today. Yeah, we will find out today. We're about to find out right now. Look at that. Digital going after it. Sentinel, both men running at each other. Sentinel coming out on top, delivering that knee, slamming him down to the ground. And just look at the state of the arena right now. Yeah, it's funny. So for pay-per-views, I typically run 12 depending on the type of matches. And for regular shows, I run 9. It all centers around the time frame of 2 hours and 3 hours, depending on the match types. 2 hours I do for normal shows. 3 hours we do it for pay-per-views. And Let me just tell you right now, we're at 2 hours and 6 minutes. So far, so good. Depends on what goes on in these final 4 matches. Typically, in my universe, matches take roughly 10 minutes. Doesn't always happen, but typically. And there we go. Sentinel going down to the midsection of Digital Dogs. And remember, that is kind of Sentinel's game, trying to really attack that midsection, then picking you up, slamming you down, knocking the wind out of you, jumping through and taking the pin. Ooh, I like that match. I like that. It's funny though, Brooklyn, I had you actually set up in a really neat storyline that is going to end up being extended. That's why tonight you're not wrestling. But it was a really neat storyline that was going to conclude here tonight. Now it will not. Now it will conclude hopefully at the next pay-per-view. But yeah, we can absolutely work that in. Remember, we do not have any kind of do-overs. There is no kind of whatever. If there's a count out, there is a count out, and that is just the way the cookie crumbles, to quote oh, it's coming to me. God dang it. Look at that, already a 2 count, but to quote Jim Carrey. Eventually we're going to come away from it and figure it out. But yeah. Look at that. Right now, the wife of Digital the wife of Sentinel talking to Digital. Digital rolls in the ring, rolls in from behind. Coming in the back door like the milkman would. Now hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Digital able to get out, kick out, and get the milkman out of his house. The milkman trying to steal that honey, you know what I mean? Trying to get that sugar. And that is his finisher. This might be it. And Digital Dogs will extend it to 5 title defenses and is still your WCW World.
And still, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Sinister Trout.
You know, you look at Sentinel and he would tell you, like, set the record for most losses in a row. But now, to come back from that and be not just the World Heavyweight Champion, but setting records every single title defense that he's got, sets the new mark at 5. The women have got their mark set at 11, and Sentinel trying to catch up with that, but setting it at 5. And it's not like he's not doing it against some of the top talent in the WCW. He's doing it against the hottest talent. He's doing it against the best talent. And he is your world champion. Now, can you believe what we are about to see? Brand new look, non-biker look for Tammy. Sawyer gonna escort her down to the ring, but the greatest WCW Women's Champion of all time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Women's World Championship.
But the greatest WCW Women's Champion of all time, Fixin', or Fickin' if you're from the South, but Fickin' to come down and take on Tammy. Tammy, brand new look again. Her all black look. Gonna come down and try to take that championship title belt from Aussie. And this is just one of those things where Tammy comes in. If you guys remember this, she had an undefeated streak as the women's light heavyweight champion, but had that undefeated streak that was going on, that was working through the whole thing, and then loses that title belt, but now finds herself smack dab in the middle of a world title shot here at nWo Sold Out. And look, for those of you that joined us late, for those of you who weren't here in the beginning, but you are here now, let's talk about this for half a second. This is Season 6, Episode 66, nWo pay-per-view Sold Out. I didn't even plan that. I didn't even notice it until I was writing the thing, and I was like, God, looks like I planned this. But that's some coincidence on another level. Look at the state of this belt.
Introducing the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Tammy. And her opponent from the Queen City, the WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Oxley.
That every time somebody says that, Sentinel, nothing ventured, nothing gained, reminds me of the Garth Brooks song, Against the Grain. If you've never heard that song, go listen to it. It'll be hilarious now that you know that Sentinel said nothing ventured, nothing gained. But here we go, Aussie returning to her all-black look. You got Tammy in her all-black look. Now Aussie in the last episode coming out on top. So now these women have a little bit of familiarity with each other. And look at that, looking like reversal 1 to reversal 2 to reversal 3, and now reversal 4 right into reversal number 5, number 6. Let's just keep counting. I can count to 9, maybe even 10, 11. I've run out of fingers, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have time to find the toes to keep that counting. But back and forth they go, and that is kind of the exact thing that you expect. Now, will Sawyer be involved in this match in any way, shape, or form, or is he just down here for moral support? Definitely going to have to wait and see. But look, at the end of the day, many a wrestler has fallen to Aussie. Yeah, I love Garth Brooks as well. I would love just to get on here, figure out the sound settings for it, and we're getting closer to that. That's part of when you guys donate the money. We are going to buy a soundboard, and we're also going to buy a stream deck to do some things. A lot of things. It'll be fun. I don't want to start giving it all away. I don't want to. But you can see, and this is kind of what I was leading up to, all of a sudden, Aussie.
Here is your winner, and still WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Moxley.
Ozzy enjoying the win right now, but look, and that is not to say anything bad against Tammy, because I think Tammy now sees where it's at and will continue to go after Ozzy. There's a way to build it up, and I think Tammy sees it now. We'll have to wait and see how that goes down, but for sure. But there's a bunch of things that we want to do, and that is one of them. Which, yeah. The one, oh, okay, hold on, I see it now. I didn't see it before. I'm glad you said something. Three-way dance. That is, if the ring doesn't get broke between you, Digital, and Sentinel, I don't know what will break the ring. Now, Sentinel coming back out, showing support for his nWo sisters. Witcher and Jakai coming out as well. This should not be the look Witcher is using, but for some reason, it is. I'm a big fan of Witcher's new look, by the way. Like, I like it. You know what's funny, too? Like, outside of the WCW, Totes fought Brooklyn Jokers in his very first LTD match.
It's scheduled for one fall, and is for the Universal Women's World Championship.
But Brooklyn Jokers versus Totes in the LTD was my very first match, and Brooklyn Jokers slapped me silly. Yeah, Brooklyn Jokers won that match. Now, Witcher really should have had her other look on. Jakai having his brand new look on as the Alpha Wolf. Both of them should have had their look on, making their way down to the ring. But regardless of the look, it doesn't matter what clothes you're wearing. Like, what kind of clothes do you wear? It doesn't matter what kind of clothes you're wearing. Witcher getting her shot here tonight. And this is a huge shot. We talk about this a lot. Cheyenne, the only Universal Women's Champion in Season 5 and so far in Season 6. Can Witcher change that here tonight? Nobody able to beat Cheyenne when this title belt is on the line, to the point Cheyenne spray painted the nWo right across the belt. She said, it's my belt. I've had it for this long. Now it's the nWo's belt. But yeah, is that right, Temple? That's crazy. I have a feeling like there's some things and some storylines that had to be extended due to some extenuating circumstances with Ken Sean. Some things were supposed to kind of make their way and cross here, but unable to do it right now. So we'll definitely have to see what goes on. Right now, too, if you guys are watching for the first time, you've never been here, you don't know what we do, I turn off. I do not control the matches. I turn off the announcers. I watch it live as you watch it live. But most of the wrestlers, you can see in the chat at one point or another. If you want to be involved, let me know. Anita, right now, we do have 3 slots open.
From Austin, Texas, the superstar, Tony the Witch Cox.
But yeah, you get a shot like...
From St. Louis, Missouri, the Universal Women's World Champion and the Ring of Women's All-Star Champion, the Extreme Shy Girl, Davis.
But you can get with Iffy. She'll tell you how to do it. You kind of get together. Iffy putting together an amazing section right now in our Discord channel. Guys, our Discord channel is getting a lot more organized, by the way. Lots of cool stuff going on in there. Once we started the podcast, we kind of got to do that. I have a lot of fun on the podcast, to be fair. I'd podcast it up every day to talk with you guys and let you guys ask the questions and do the stuff. But she is making a phenomenal starter's guide to how to create a character. So go check that stuff out. Look at the state of digital dogs. Look at the state of Jakai. To be fair. And realize this. Cheyenne ends your night quickly. But Witcher, 100% since she has learned the talent. And we can think and do whatever we want. But when it comes down to it, Witcher on another supernatural level that nobody else will get to see. Tammy, welcome to the stream. Really glad you're here as well. We might see a little bit more of that, you know what I mean? There's some cool things happening in that story, or with that story, and some other stuff. Look at this. Witcher able to start fighting back. Witcher able to start fighting through. I think there is, like, it's not that I don't see other people do it. As a for instance, I know how to do it one time. As an example, I'll just show you. You guys can vote. I just don't know how to do it the second time, but the only way I'm going to learn, other people do it, so I know you can do it. But there it is. There's a poll right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think maybe I've got to end that poll to start another one, though, but we'll definitely wait and see. Yeah. So great thing. I keep meaning to do it and I keep forgetting. But look at this. Witcher setting up for it now. Cheyenne getting back up to her feet. And don't get me wrong. It's not that we haven't seen people try to dominate Cheyenne. She is able to take a punch. Witcher, obviously able to take a punch. Very tough women. However, belt cannot change hands on a countout. We know that for sure. And Cheyenne can end your night with a quickness. More than anybody else, Ozzy and Cheyenne can end your night with the quickness. Their movesets, for whatever reason, lends itself to that. There is 3 moves. Look at the state of Cheyenne's face. Witcher kicks out and she's like, what? And I usually am pretty good about telling you when it starts. When Cheyenne does the first move, I'm like, uh-oh, watch out. Rot Rosquetios, right? But usually pretty good about telling you when it starts. And I'll let you know. That's how it starts right there. Witcher's got to find a way right now to get out of the way. To not let this go downtown. To not let it be another Julie Brown. I'm telling you, Cheyenne absolutely on another level. Cheyenne, too, recently, about 2 or 3 months ago, got married. Cheyenne, one of my goddaughters. Look at that! Witcher does it, finds a way to turn it back around. Can she now do it? Hits her, rolls up the leg, hits her with a cutter, too. That is a Jakai thing, since kind of aligning with Jakai becoming the Wolf Queen. And there it is. Is Cheyenne going to tap out? Gets her locked in to the witch's brew. Hansel and Gretel didn't like it. Cheyenne might not like it either. Witcher now fighting through. Cheyenne on the verge of losing her title. Witcher now hooks the leg. Do we have a new champion? We do. Witcher wins her very first Universal World Women's Championship.
Here is your winner, and now, the Universal Women's World Champion, the Superstar, Tony the Witch Cox.
For the very first time since the start of the WCW, we have a brand new Universal Women's World Champion, Tony the Witcher Cox, able to win the title belt. She will be able to remove the nWo spray paint. And we have a brand new Women's Universal Champion. Now, we say all that to say this. And let's see if we can turn this one back around. Yeah, we end the poll right there, 10 votes. And look, 69% of you nailed it, really 70. It had to be 70%, so it's weird that they say 69. And yeah, you can start another poll. Immediately, you can start another poll. So that is unbelievable. So we will say the same thing. Who will win the triple threat match? Remember, only one pin involved here. We have the Universal Champion, Bret Hart, who beat Totes McGoats for the title. But then Hollywood Hogan able to find his way in because he helped sponsor, as the leader of the nWo, helped sponsor this pay-per-view event. And it all comes down to this final match here tonight. Can Hollywood Hulk Hogan bring home the Universal title for the very first time? We have seen him win other titles, but we have never seen him win this title. Can he do it? Will Totes bring it home and set another record for being the four-time Universal World Champion? Or will Bret Hart extend his streak and keep it going here tonight? Also, quite crazy, Hogan not wearing the stuff he's supposed to be wearing, but Totes debuting a brand new look. Frankie Two Fingers, if I was putting money on this, I would bet on Bret Hart.
The following contest is a triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Universal World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the nWo from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 302 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
And remember, Hulk Hogan said even though he is the leader of the nWo, and I say this every time, he still, unlike the first run, reserves the right to wear whatever attire he wants to wear. It does not change his status with the nWo.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Four Horsemen from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 258 pounds, one half of the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Frankie the Reaper Fingers.
Totes McGoats now making his way down the ring. Brand new look, and there's a lot of new looks, to be fair, in the WCW. We are going through, freshening things up. That is one of the things, I think, that makes our show so interesting. Everybody getting new looks, fresher looks as we go through the year. Guys, I'm going to tell you what is crazy about a lot of this stuff. We are already on episode 66. Typically, in years past, All I did was put out around 24 to 25 episodes and called it a year. Because of you, because of what you guys are doing, because of the whole 9 yards, I think we can hit 100 episodes this year, to be fair. We are on our way. I don't know that if we do it or not, but we are definitely on our way to doing it. We have been putting out roughly 10 episodes a month. And remember, this will go through the new year. New game doesn't get released until March. We will start creating, but we can keep playing. We can keep our thing going and change them over once the next one is ready. So, yeah, very cool stuff. A lot of this, most of it has to do with you guys and how into this you are. I think we're going to be able to have these episodes now year-round, but brand new look, Totes My Goats.
And introducing the champion, representing the Hart Foundation from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, you guys are absolutely keeping me busy, that is for sure, which is good, and I appreciate it. And even with the new thing that I plan to go into, we're going to be able to do that. But hey, congratulations and thanks going out to King Sam. King Sam gifting out a free 30-day membership. Pony Gumdage, you're it. Pony used to be involved a lot in the chat, used to be a wrestler on our program, but haven't seen him around in a minute. Just got to talk to Pony the other day. He is doing well. But yeah, here we go. One fall, the main event. And look at the state of this arena. I want to come back to this arena a lot, but only coming back for pay-per-view, so you get to see it one time. Appreciate everything you guys have done here tonight. But here we go. Totes My Goats, Bret Hart, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan gonna square off, and look at this. Totes My Goats showing you why he was a 3-time Universal World Champion. Just kind of stepping back, letting Hogan do his thing, letting him and Bret Hart do their thing, but Hogan not having it. Hogan laying down some big slams and absolutely planting Totes My Goats and Hollywood Hogan. Yeah, big shout out to the Bark Squad, man. I'm telling you, the Bark Squad on another level. They're on another level. You guys are on another level. And the Bark Squad, really, the thing that monetarily makes everything go forward. Don't have to be a part of the Bark Squad to make things go. Look at the double team. Both of them now trying to use Hogan. And it looks like at first, Totes not really getting things going. But look at this. Looking like he was getting it going. But you got to be careful. You can't stay too far away from the action, because one pin is going to bring home this championship. Yeah, we got a community that's absolutely on another level. And it's funny, and we're going to talk about this a little bit too in a podcast, especially when it's just me. But we're going to talk about, I want to talk about you guys, the community, like bring some things to light, with the military, like some misconceptions that are out there and how the military makes it through. Totes now breaking that pin up with a quickness. Him and Hogan, look at this, having words back and forth. Totes tries to like duck underneath it, instead sees what's happening with Bret Hart, gets out of the way and able to back up again, and now get the best of Bret Hart. Totes now taking Hogan in, bringing him in, little flippity-doo-dah, little slip through neck breaker right there. Both men now trying to get back to their feet. Totes probably doesn't know which way to go, so he just picks one and goes that way, and then catches Hogan riding dirty. But again, look at that. Thought he might have messed that up. Hogan, though, uses it against him, throwing Totes out. Bret Hart sitting back, big clothesline from behind. Throws him out and rolls him. See, I would say that they should team up against Hogan, but there's only one pinfall. This is not an elimination match. One pin will win this match. And Totes grabbing his baseball bat, one of the things he is the most known for, just hit a triple right down the third baseline of Hogan's stomach. Grabs the leg, rolls it, and not even a 1 count here. So you can see this is lots of stuff involved here. Bret Hart throwing him out of the way. Hogan back up to his feet, looking like he was going to throw Bret Hart out of the way, but Bret not having it either. Hogan and Totes both getting back after it. And Bret Hart absolutely fighting for his life. Really not put in the right position in this whole thing. Totes now fighting through it again. And these guys keep all going back and forth. And did you see the sidestep right there? Totes almost getting caught up with what was going on with Hogan. Instead, gets him out of the way. Hogan throws him out of the way. And look, he says he's going to break Totes in two. He's like, hey, I'm going to take you. I'm going to break you in two. Enjoy yourself. And you knew Hogan wasn't going to have that. Not even a little bit. Bret Hart now getting Hogan a little flippity-doo-dah. Cross body to Totes. And everybody back to their feet. Actually, relatively quickly. Totes stepping out of the way. Now delivering the neck breaker to Hogan. Getting Hogan again back up to his feet. Throws him into Bret Hart, though. But Bret Hart uses the chair against Totes. And Hogan, just to show him that no good deed goes unpunished, takes him and smashes him right back down as well. And this is one of the neat things when you know it's a triple threat match and only one pin. It's not a three-way elimination match. It's a triple threat. It's not like a four-way. It's not a fatal four-way. And look, Bret Hart able to get back over. Totes trying to tap Hogan out. And Totes looking like he was going to go in the ring. Bret Hart's like, maybe I get you in the ring anyway. Maybe I get you out of here. Bret Hart throwing him into the ring. Hogan, though, right on top of it. Double-handed choke slam. And Totes right back out. Hogan breaking it up. Big boot. Can he use this? Thought he was going to try to go for the pin. Thought he was going to throw Bret Hart out of the way and then go for the pin. Yeah, but they can't. One pinfall will win this. There is no elimination. One pinfall and it's over, so they can eliminate Hogan. That's why they keep breaking up the pinfalls. They keep breaking up the submission holds. Because it'll only take one. Like the Highlander said, there can be only one. Bret Hart goes, rolls up the leg. Totes able to break it up without even a count. Now takes Bret Hart, try to throw him in. Oh, thought he threw him into that corner post, but does not. And then plays it up to the crowd. Bret Hart tries to play it up to the crowd too and delivers Bret Hart right to Totes McGoats. Totes now getting on top of him. Hogan talking about breaking everybody in two. And Hogan finds a way to clear the ring. Totes doesn't even care about Hogan. He's trying to get over to Bret Hart to hit the champion. Hogan now hits Totes again. Thought we were about to see another big boot, but that's true. Absolutely true, Sentinel. You can dream. And right there on the old coccyx. You don't want anything happening to your coccyx, but that is exactly what happened to Bret Hart. The Hart Foundation coccyx just got damaged a little bit right there. Maybe a little bit of pride there too. Like you get hit in the coccyx. People are like, hey, why do you keep saying the word coccyx? And did you know, we like to inform on the Totes McGoats WCW channel, right? Frankie Two Fingers likes to let it out and let you guys know something. But the plural of coccyx is coxygy. You're welcome. You're welcome. Coxygy. Use that together in a sentence sometime today. Try to tell somebody about multiple coccyxes, which is really coxygy. There is no such thing as coccyxes. Totes McGoats splitting open Bret Hart, hooking the leg. Hogan not having it, of course. Goes, Totes trying to use that, throws him up against that, throws Bret Hart the other way, and says, now guys, calm down. Totes McGoats is in the building. And Totes just lays out the referee. Bret Hart's like, what did you do that for? Terrafell, I don't know, but King Sam is on a roll right now. Terrafell used to be a wrestler in our Universe Mode if you go back to Season 5, but hasn't been active here lately, and then, bam. And Sped has reached out to me I can't type it in here because crazy stuff going on, but so he's taking your advice, and we are going to help any way we can once we get there. Look at that, Hogan trying to do the thing, throws Bret Hart out, gets Totes McGoats lined up in kind of a weird little backbreaker situation. That's what I'm saying. I would be betting on Bret Hart right now. Frankie Two Fingers betting on Bret Hart. Bret Hart trying to get that. Look at that. Totes trying to deliver. This time he ducks it, but he ducks it into a sharpshooter. What? What in the hell is that all about? Hogan able to break it up, but Totes ducks under the big boot. Steps in to Bret Hart and gets sharpshootered for it. Bret Hart telling Totes to bring it and gets hit on the coccyx. There's something about a Bret Hart match where the coccyx has got to happen. Hogan now throws both men into the LED post of the ring, and both men down on the ground. But King Sam just gifting all the former wrestlers who aren't here right now, but gifting all of them. Watch out, front row in the Scadios. Totes McGoats just hits him with the extraction. Hogan backs up and then delivers a shot right there. Is he going to go for the pin? If Totes doesn't kick out on his own, I don't think Bret Hart's going to make it. And Totes able to kick out. And now look at this once again. On the outside, Hogan looks like he's out. Totes might not make it. And barely makes it, but Hogan was not going to be able to kick out of that. Bret Hart just about got the 3 count. Totes now delivering that. Jumps in the ring, and now look at this. Delivering the punches right to the scunion of Hogan. Bret Hart gets in the ring, and what is this? What is this? Totes has got to find a way to get back in the ring. Got to find a way to stop playing it up to the crowd. Bret Hart trying to deliver the sharpshooter, but Totes able to break it up. Totes now going after Hogan as well. Tries to roll it up. Unbelievable. Things are out of control here. And what is this? Reverse DDT. Will he go for the pin? He does not. Hogan is down, looking like he is hurt. But now fighting to get back to his feet. Totes gonna try to put Bret Hart between the two of them. It does not work. Hogan now doing his thing. Bret Hart gets out of the ring. And Hogan attacking the lower back, the midsection of Totes. He rolls out. Totes on the ground. Bret Hart gonna use it. Will Totes tap out? Hogan not in the ring for this. And finally makes it back in the ring. These guys are all back and forth. And oh, I thought Hogan would slam him down and then do the leg drop. Bret Hart thinking the same thing, trying to fight through it, trying to make sure he can retain the Universal World Champion. If you were worried about a main event, if you were worried about it not living up to the hype, if you were worried that Hogan and Bret Hart and Totes couldn't deliver, worry no more. You guys are getting exactly what we paid for here tonight. Big leg drop. Is that going to be it? No. Totes now trying to take advantage of Hogan. Bret Hart on the ground. Bret Hart bleeding all over the place. Totes, though, staying after Hogan. Bret Hart now finally starting to come back too. And a chair shot delivered. Rolls up the leg. Bret Hart trying to get over there. And of course, Bret Hart faster than any referee on the planet. Referee managing to find a way to make sure he was firmly out of position. And Totes getting thrown in. But that hard head style that Solo likes to call it, the hard head style, Totes no sells that shot right there. What is going on, R2K? Welcome back to the stream. Finally, R2K has come back to the WCW. And now, look at this. Totes starting to get fired up. Tried to deliver the extraction. Bret Hart fights through it, ducks underneath it, delivering that. Hogan now back out. And maybe just bringing. What is this? What is this? Look at the state of this. Hogan not having it. Straight up punching Bret Hart, letting Totes out of the thing. Bret Hart now fighting through it. And Totes can't. Oh no, he delivers him back into the ring too. Gets in. Hogan still down. Totes trying to win this title belt. But Bret Hart continues to fight and continues to show you why he is the current Universal World Champion. Hogan now attacking Bret Hart. Totes sitting back, and now does he see it? He doesn't. Totes gets him with the extraction too. And Hogan finds a way somehow to kick out of the extraction. Bret Hart using that to try to win the championship belt right now. Big slam. And both Hogan and Totes find a way to get out of the ring. Bret Hart goes after Hogan, jumps. Referee, of course, out of position. Totes able to break that up, though, and now throw Bret Hart back into the ring. Is he going to go for the pin? Thought he was going to go for the pin on Hogan right there. Instead, does not. Bret Hart grabbing the sledgehammer. Totes able to break that up. Hogan trying to get back to his feet. Totes fights through that. Hogan back on his feet. Totes didn't see that. Gets thrown into the arena. And the knife edge chops. The shoulder throw, the shoulder block, and the hip toss. And here we go. This might be it. Bret Hart may have just retained the Universal World title. And he does. Totes McGoats taps out. And Bret Hart retains the Universal.
The Universal World Heavyweight champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Not the Four Horsemen. Not the nWo. Nobody can start Bret Hart and the Hart Foundation from retaining the Universal World Heavyweight Championship. You know, we look at the very first 99 overall rated wrestler of all time of ever of it happening in the WCW, and it is Bret Hart. It is no wonder that here tonight he leaves with the title. Now, earlier I told you that pay-per-views go roughly 3 hours. This one will. That normal shows roughly go about 2 hours, and they do. So, just saying, it is not an accident what has been happening. Guys, thank you for everything you guys have done. This has been an amazing day. We may just get to see a podcast here in about 15 to 30 minutes. I appreciate everything you guys do. I don't know if we got time for a podcast, to be fair. I'll have to wait and see what's going on with Mrs. Totes, but I love every single one of you. I appreciate what you guys done. Terrafil, welcome back to the stream, brother. Good to see you. Haven't got to see you for a minute, so good to see you. You can thank King Sam for that free 30-day membership. But guys, that is going to do it for us here today. Appreciate everything you guys do. Remember, if you guys got a chance out there today, show a little grace to somebody. Do not just assume that they're attacking you. Sometimes, most of the time, it's not even going that way. Just realizing that person may need a little grace today. They may need a little bit of understanding. They may need, and maybe we can provide that. So remember that, and I will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.